Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? What's that? Oh, good. Glad to hear it. I'm here back on Ladybug again and took a walk around the deck earlier. I thought it looked pretty good. This boat is not a showboat, and as my friend Michael from Quoth the Raven says, you know, sometimes good enough has got to be good enough. And I think it is. One of the big reasons I was doing all this work was to fix the leaks. A lot of these port lights used to leak like sieves, and you can sort of see the runs where the water used to drip down, and it used to pool inside of this cubby hole back here. You can see all the water damage. It is dry as a bone now, so that's fixed. All the cracks in the deck are fixed, and I think, you know, it's not a showboat, so I think it's good enough. And today, Jen's coming down in a few minutes, and she's going to help me put in the stanchions, I think. Once again, this is probably a job that's going to take longer than I expect it to. It's a beautiful day today. It's, you know, mid-October, almost late October, and we've got a nice Indian summer going on here, a Native American summer. Yeah, so my work here for the year is about to wind down, I think. So we're going to try to just sort of do a couple things, and then I think I'll put Ladybug to bed for the winter. Ladybug to bed. Ladybug to bug. All right, I got a big pile of stanchions right here. These are the things I'm going to put on today. I do need to kind of clean off the bottom of these. I should have done it earlier. Maybe some Goo Gone will do it. You know, it's from the old deck paint. Just sort of came up with it. It's not that hard to get off. Step one. What is this? Bow hardware. Need that. And stanchions. And I have all my cleats out here. All right, so this might be the dumbest thing in the world to do, but I am going to take this citrus strip, which it says removes dried latex and oil-based paint, and I am going to pour it into these bags of hardware and screws because they are pretty messy, and I should have taken care of this before, but I'm a lazy so-and-so. Oh yeah, citrus strip goulash. Looks good. Next. Gonna leave them here in the sunshine, let them sort of warm up, let that thermal reaction do its thing. I'll clean off these cleats over here, some crap on the bottom, and clean off the stanchions. That's pretty gummy. Yeah, it's on there. I'm gonna try using a chisel. Oh, that's better. Oh yeah, that's the magic.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, hi Jen.
Nope.
Okay. What you doing there? You chiseling?
I am getting all this white stuff off
Why?
because it needs to lay flat on the boat, and anything that'll get in the way of doing that needs to go. Getting out all my aggressions.
Of which you have many.
So many.
So my next task is to clean out all of this accumulated detritus of boat projects so that I can get up underneath here and re-drill the stanchion holes, which are in various places up there. To do that, I'm going to need to sit on top of this thing, and there is no room for me. Yet. Well, that's a lot better. So I still need to fix that thing. It's been driving me crazy. But this is nice. All right, let's go under here. I have 2 holes there. I have 4 holes here. This is where the big deck crack was, and I filled it with epoxy, and now that is like super thick. So one of the holes, oops. So there's one hole there, and the other hole is buried underneath here somewhere. And then I have another set of holes right here, another set of holes here, 4 there, and 2 more way down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Get out of there. 19, 20. All right, so I have 20 holes down there to fill. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 20 minus 12 is 8. And these both have 4 holes in them, but I don't think that they go this close. I think one of them goes farther down there. One of them goes right along here. These 2 big ones are for the gate, and they go right here. And then from there, it goes back to the stern pulpit. So I'm a little confused about what the other holes are for. Oh, I know what they're for. They are for the swim ladder, which I don't think I'm going to put back right there. So I'm back at the boat, and it has been raining for the last couple days, and there's water everywhere. So I'm here checking out these windows, see how they performed. It looks pretty good. Let's go down below. No water. No water. That's good. Very good. No water there. No water there. What we got here? It's a little damp. Definitely not wet. Yeah, so I think my window installation has been mostly successful. Oh, I do have some water right there. That's my fault, but I'll fix that today. How's this doing over here? Uh-oh, that's not good. All right, so we do have water here, but it looks like it's because it's coming in from this vent, which I'm going to fix today. So I think all is good. Uh-oh. Now this really isn't good. So there's some water right there. Dry all around. Definitely some water there. It's possible it came through these screw holes here, and I need to put butyl tape around those anyway. That's one of my jobs today. So let's get to work. Like it has been for the last month, today is boat moving day, and all of these boats are being slowly moved. You can't really see much from here, but there's a whole line of boats slowly moved out of the marina and onto the hard. So I apologize for the quality of the audio here, but what am I gonna do? So what I'm doing today is reinstalling these winches, which go on top of these plumbings. These are the screws. The screws fit in there. Into the lazarette I go. This is the inside of a winch. This is a Lumar 40 2-speed winch. Goes faster that way, slower that way. The inside of this thing looks like, in case you're wondering. There are little flippers here that keep it from going the other way. And then these little flippers need to move out of the way. That looks good. Back on and replace the spring. This is the part I'm a little concerned about. was actually easy. Neat. Brand new paint job. Well, this was a very frustrating day. All I got done were the winches, and I meant to do the winches and the cleats and the ventilators up there, but I left one of the ventilators at home, so that's not going to work. I guess I will come back another day. It's never done. Hello, folks. So yesterday I installed my winches, and so today I'm out here going to install these new vents into the head vent area. And the problem is the hole in the head vent is wider than these holes here, so these sort of screw into air at this point. So I went to my local machine shop and had them make a couple of adapter plates here. The inner hole fits the screws that are part of the vent, and the outer hole is wide enough to go into the deck. So this cost me $220. Two of these things, which I was quite surprised by.
Remember, we're going to be around and outlive our enemies. And also, never forget, the press is the enemy. The press is the enemy. Establishment is the enemy. Professors are the enemy. Professors are the enemy. Write that in the blackboard 100 times and never forget it.
Alright, there's two of these things. So now I gotta figure out how long the bolts need to be to go through these guys and down through the cabin top. Let's go find out. Hey, there's me. Hey! I do not know how to read a caliper. My bolts are too short, of course. So, man, I don't know what to do about that. I guess I'm gonna let it go for now and reevaluate. I can always just take the bolts out and buy longer ones. Good enough. right, so this is the closed state. I just put this knob on here, and I think I need to loosen it from the top. I think I tightened it down too much. But it's in, and now I have 2 vents in my head to let out some of this nasty foul air that's in here. And this doesn't look the greatest, but it's kind of cool that with all that I've learned, I am not afraid at all if this is not working out. Just remove it, fill in the holes, and try something different. That's a pretty cool superpower to have. And so project complete, for now anyway. Doesn't look too bad. They don't look ridiculous. I thought they were going to be like way too small. There's one size of these Vetus. I got these are Porthos, or something like that. There's also an Athos, which is a little bit bigger. I think they're another inch larger with a greater airflow, but you know, I don't know. These don't look ridiculous. Pretty cool. Yeah, this thing's starting to come back together again. I don't have much more to do for the winter anyway. I think that I'm going to close it up here before too long. It's the end of October and we have an unseasonably warm day today. I'm like out here in shirt sleeves. We wipe this off, even though it's going to be messy soon. All right, Ladybug. Pretty cool. Hey, everybody. Who's that down there? Looks like Jen. What's she doing in there?
I sleep here.
Creepy. Wow, this is pretty cool. This is the first time I've ever used a selfie stick in my entire life. That's great. And that's more or less what she looks like. We got Jen wrapping butyl tape around cleat bolts.
Is that good?
Looks good.
All right.
And I pulled these cleats right here, and once again, the paint all came off on the underside where it was stuck to the butyl tape. So, once again, I do not recommend the Total Boat primer or wet edge. So right now, Jen is affixing little bubblegum-sized blobs of butyl tape to the bottom of the cleat, and after that is done, you push the wrapped bolts through those holes, and probably used way too much butyl tape here, but it'll all come off. And then we just stick it into the here and bolt it down. Slightly underpowered. Get away from me. Get away from me. All that water was down in there. That's what you get for leaving your holes open during the rain. I didn't think it would bother anything, but yeah, this thing is probably soaked through. Hopefully it didn't do too much damage. Keep it on your back brake. Keep it on your back brake. You can use your front brake a little bit, but keep your back one. Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, my back tire was sliding.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Oh my god.
See all the paint is holding up here. Looking pretty good. Some of its places where I fixed are still darker than others. I don't know, man. I am not sure at all how this is going to look in the springtime. And again, perhaps I don't care. So my job today should be fairly easy, is replacing the cleats that go here and here, and rebedding these screws, and then to do cleats I have to take out this propane locker, and to do that I have to remove those screws holding it down. This could take a minute, this could take an hour. Oh man, I just love how easily that thing slides now. Squeaky Ladybug stairs. Let's see how our battery's doing. So I'm still at 12 something volts on, that's the charging battery, is 12.7 or 8, and 12.2 on the house battery, which is what's running the bilge pump right now. So that's pretty good. That's been, hasn't been charged since last year in September 19th, as a matter of fact, I think, is the day that this boat left the water, and that's the last time this engine has been run or the battery charged. Not bad. Of course, nothing's easy. Managed to do that without dropping any screws. Yeah, look at that. Let's see if I can fit down there now. Yes. Yes, I can. And I hate that things are so small. So these are the holes that cleat has to go into. And on the other side, there is a backing plate. But if you'll notice, they put the backing plate on so that 2 of the screws go through it and the other 2 do not. So I gotta pull it off, move it over, no big deal.
Of these solid principles that people should be thinking about as they design their components. And like, what are some of the patterns that are like most popular that seem to work?
Yeah, that's a great question. I have been investigating patterns for a long time.
Relationship of select to option. I think sometimes it's kind of hard to understand like what specifically is a compound component versus like some of the specific patterns that are used.
When an item is selected, or at least change that state. We don't render anything in downshifts. You render that stuff, but we'll change the state. But this person said, hey, I want to not change the state.
All right, so that didn't take all day. I got these cleats back in. They're feeling pretty snug. I reinstalled the propane locker hatch, as well as put the propane locker, whatever this box thing is, back in there. And here is my final cleat. And yeah, everything's ready. I think this boat's ready for winter.